Hello everybody, welcome back to more Enter the Gungeon. Beat the Gungeon. What we gonna do today in the Gungeon? We're gonna do a little bit of a rainbow run. Hello. That's right. We're gonna, oh god. Like, I mean, okay. We're gonna do a little bit of a rainbow run. Hooray! Yeah, let's, why not? Next time I aim a little bit. I mean, I'll do my best, but like, quite frankly, it's the first floor, my friend. I think you're a little bit of a tryhard. If you think I need to be doing better right now. I got Gunther on the first floor. My friend, I literally just pressed the win button. I don't think you need to be backseating me, my guy. I mean, it's great. Like there's definitely, you know, some annoyance to rainbow mode and picking up Gunther and everything. It's like it's pretty straightforward at this point. Like victory is assured. Dare I say. Victory is definitely don't dare I say. It's a gimme. Rainbow mode is usually not that much harder. Or not that much, what am I saying? It's easy. Rainbow mode usually doesn't make the game, like, crazy easier if you just pick up, like, normal items that just seem like fun. But if you pick up items like Gunther, the mode's a joke, you know? And I'm saying that I'm its father. I made the dang thing. I can insult it if I want to, you know? I could say all the dirty things I want. It has, you know, there's some problems with it. There's some problems with it, and Gunther is one of them. It's the fact that I feel like, you know, I wish that, and it would take away from the mode in some way. I wish there was like a modified version, because when I made the mode, I talked about this in the last video. When I made the mode, I was like, I went on record saying that if I could implement it in an official way, I would want less OP items in the chests. Like, because I want them to, you know, I want them to stay special. Like, I want, when it shows up, you're like, oh, hell yeah. Or something like that, you know? Because I like the, well, that's a shame. I like the idea of drafting a run that you know, from scraps and turning it into something good because of the way that the combos and synergies work. The other way is just to have a nice mode where you get to turn your brain off, and that's called Gunther, my friends. That is called Gunther. So we're gonna, you know, do our best to make the nastiest, craziest run while we get a lovely helping of free hegemony credits. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. Top-notch work. There you go. Now you're coming around, my pal. So we don't have to worry about ammo at all. I really should have gone to the sewers. I feel like it's not gonna matter. It's not gonna matter. We could literally just do it with this. What else could we get? What could make this even wackier at this point? Between it. I mean, the strongest thing at this point is this, but it's not that wacky. This doesn't help us at all. I mean, I guess we'll just go with this. It's nice, it's strong. What is it? The Skywalker Rises coming up sometime soon, something like that. I gotta admit, some people will applaud me for this, and some people are gonna be super mad. I have not seen a Star Wars film in forever. I can, like, it's the last time I watched any Star Wars movie was when Revenge of the Sith was in theaters. That's the last time I've seen a Star Wars movie. I just, none of the spin-offs, no show, no nothing. It's been forever. And at this point, it's just too daunting, because it's like I watched all them when I was so young that, like, they didn't even stick with me, you know? Yeah, see, Gunther gets it. They didn't even stick with me that much, because I watched them when I was just so young. So I'm like, if I'm gonna watch them, I gotta sit down. I gotta watch everything, you know? Is what it feels like, and that's daunting. That's daunting to a guy who doesn't have time to, like, play a run of Gungeon off camera, you know? Like, that's a lot. It's a tall order. This run, this could be like a 15-minute run if I, like, If I really wanted. Oh, man. You know, I needed to run like this. I needed to run like this. Thank you. I would love to get enough money to go to the rat. I would love to. I mean, this run's already off the rails the second we turned on rainbow mode and picked up Gunther, you know? It's crazy. I wonder if there's a way to, like... There probably is. I want to, like, figure out how to mod rainbow mode. Apache Thunder, hit a guy up. You have any ideas on how I could do that to mod it into a more balanced thing? You know, like, feels weird to like have created the mode but then like ask to no input. You know, so it'd be kind of fun to tweak it and implement what I you know, what I would have wanted if I had the tools to do it. I have no idea. I don't think we're gonna get enough money. We need 20 at this point. I guess no rat, apparently. Like, I would want to... I stopped my keyboard. I did not mean to mod my keyboard to make it so I couldn't use WASD. That... that was weird. But, yeah, like, I would want to mod it in a way where it's, like... There was more tactics required. I'd have to sit down and think about what I would actually want to change exactly, but... Surely it would have to be something of the mind like, yeah, we didn't get enough. Lowering the OP stuff a little bit, like lowering the amount of black chest stuff that would show up. Honestly, maybe it would be like, it could be as simple as just like the tiers go up, you know? Like on the first floor, and this is kind of like maybe the dream thing is, on the first floor, it's you know, like it's a brown chest. It's a collection of brown chest items. You get to pick one, and then the next floor, blue chest. Next floor, green chest. I think that'd be a nice alternate. Like how there's 2 modes for challenge mode. I think it'd be cool if there was 2 modes for. A man can dream. We can make something out of that. It'd be cool if there was 2 modes for rainbow mode. Like rainbow mode and true rainbow mode, or true rainbow mode and like more like draft mode. I think that'd be nice. And I suppose we could. The thing is, we could just do that. We could just do that inherently by like on any run with Mod the Gungeon going spawn chest brown 5 or whatever. Just like literally spawn 5 brown chests and pick 1 out of that. That could be it. Ladies and gentlemen, I solved it. I solved it. But anywho. Where the bad boy at? Where the bad boy at? Man, I'm bummed that we didn't get to go to the rat. Just missed it by like a fraction. Fraction of the price. 10% or less, right? What was it? 10%? I can't remember. Math is hard. Well, more importantly, I don't know how much money we had. We were off by not much, like 6 or something. Don't remember. But anywho, yeah, now we got Ring of Triggers. Obviously, like, what are we looking for now? Just give me a spacebar item with an insanely low cooldown. Give me one that literally just goes bop bop crazy fast. Like, it's one of those days where I would take remote bomb. What is it? Does this tell you that I never pick it up? Remote bomb companion app, something like that. Yeah, I think you might be convinced that that I never use it. 1,100 hours and you don't remember the name of the item? Yep. Probably don't ever pick it up, you know. But there's also some that I have the name wrong. Comment down below. What's an item that you know you call the wrong name, either like by mistake or on purpose, and let me know in the comment section below. What item it is? What item is it? Better yet, say the name that you call it. And then everybody reply to the other comments saying what item you think it is. This is the game. This is the game. Whoop. It might be, some might be easy, some might be hard. Just comment exclusively the name that you call a thing. Like, for example, how I exclusively call bionic leg robo-toes. Like that. Like, I would just comment robo-toes, and then you would, other people would comment replies and say, oh, that's bionic leg. That sounds like an interesting time. I always like those games, like where it's, give me this, wrong answers only. But I'm eager. I'm excited to see what you guys have. Either you call them the wrong thing on accident or on purpose. Like, obviously, I know that bionic leg is not called robo-toes, but quite frankly, it should be called robo-toes. It just sounds better. It's more fun. Yep. All right. We are making progress. Believe it or not. 11 minutes in. It's almost like this game is easy with this setup. I messed that up. It's like it's Rito's law. The better your build, the worse you play. It's facts. It's facts. Because you're like, I don't need to try as hard. And then all of a sudden you just start doing the dumbest dodges you've ever seen. Okay. Show me what you got. I want to make it good. We don't have time for a clone run, so don't make it that. AK-47 is one of the best items that is terrible on this mode. It's not even terrible. Like, it's a good enough gun. Snowballets are great for this, right? Right? Question mark? They should be. Just stand back, watch him home in and bop an enemy. Bippity boppity boo. I don't care about you. Get out of here. Nice. Okay. Oh, what have I done? Why'd I do it? Why'd he do it? What a dummy. I literally just walked into it. And then once you get hit by that one, it's like you basically are guaranteeing you get hit twice. No, I forgot. You do not get any reward from them during rainbow runs. I feel like I passed up a spacebar item. I feel like I passed up the one thing that I literally requested. We'll do this for sure. We'll do that. Stand really far away. You'll kill him much faster. Snowballets obviously do more damage as you get further away. Those of you who've asked, like, hey, Rito, how do I, this is the Beat the Gungeon series. There's some tips and tricks here and there. Mostly it's like watch and learn, do as I say, not as I do as I do, and kind of sometimes. But, like, if you ever want, like, a legitimately really easy way to unlock any character or do anything like that, put on rainbow mode. Get Gunther. I mean, Gunther is, you need to win a Blessing of the Gun run, I guess. But for Rainbow Run, you don't have to do anything as far as I know. You just have to get them out of to get the stinker out of the chest, which is not too bad. It just takes time. Put on Rainbow Mode. Get Clone. That's another one. Get Clone. Just, you can literally, if you really wanted to be, a cheeser lamer, you could, just reset the first floor until you get Clone out of your first rainbow chest. There's nothing saying you can't do it. You can use rainbow mode. The rainbow mode doesn't turn off any unlocks. So, that's my, it's my easy peasy trick. Just If you need to, rainbow mode on average is a much easier mode than a normal mode. On average. There's some where you just, like, I'm sure statistically you could have a run where you just get crap, like the worst. Like, just the worst stuff. And it would be harder than a normal run. But on average, I'd be willing to say it's, I bet you 8 out of 10, it's significantly easier than a normal run. One time, 1 out of 10. Or like 7 out of 10, significantly easier. 2 out of 10, about the same or easier. 1 time out of 10, maybe. Maybe you'd be better off with a normal run. Of course, it all depends on RNG. The fickle mistress named RNG. Sneaky, sneaky. Ah, it's just too slow of a curve. Get out of my life. I don't want you in my life. Let's just do this right now before we forget. Oh, okay. Ah! I don't know why we'd forget. He says as he will surely forget. Okay, we want to be as far away as possible. Oh, I don't like that. More damage if we're further away. There's only so far you can get from the wallmonger, though. Gunther isn't even, like, the most damaging gun or anything at all. It's just, it's a great, easy, brainless win because it doesn't have any ammo and it's really good. Those two things combined, it's just, yeah, they're done for. But, like, you know, Gunther Fury is better than this gun, but it also has ammo. The infinite ammo is what kills. Let's try. Let's try. I don't know that it's going to be the best thing to do. It hasn't procced yet, not that that means anything. Like, it probably would have been better to go for Magic Suite, honestly. But I always, you know, I try to pick the meanier option every once in a while. And while Magic Suite is great, you know, you're not going to really notice the effects. Not really going to notice any of the effects. I think I set myself up now for one. Do not pick up Gunther from a rainbow run. I think so. I think so. If I see him in a normal run, though, it's different. The thing that makes people like, he's such a weird, divisive gun, you know. Like, he's fun to get when you're like, you need the help. Like, you're like, oh hell yeah, there we go. That's what I needed. This run was going terribly. I feel like the RNG just was not in my favor, whatever reason. And then he shows up, and you're like, well, there we go. That's what we needed. But in a normal situation where it's just like the run's already strong, and then you get it, it's just like, okay. Oh, there it is. There's our first crit. It's like, okay, I guess I'm using this for the whole run. And there's fun in that, and there's also some unfun in that. Whoop. Because knowing that you might not have variety for the run could be sometimes isn't what you want. Whoop. And sometimes, you know, especially when you played the game for as much as I have, you're kind of like, you're looking for, not necessarily, you might not be always looking for a challenge, but you know, maybe wanting to have your brain active. That being said, I want a spacebar item. That is a spacebar item. I guess we technically had one. Not quite what I was looking for. But we can at least use it. We can at least use it a bit. Enter the Gungeon. We do need to be picked up by a, get out of here. We need to be picked up by the like men. The people who are weird. They're like the from Legend of Zelda. We need to be eaten to get some hungry bullet action. Somehow still have not been eaten. Probably because I was trying to avoid it for quite a while. All right. Somebody down there. One of my favorite things about having a familiar that just auto shoots is just the fact that they'll show you where the enemies are before the pity pointer shows up. The one that's like, you've been in here for long enough. They're over here. Ooh. Such a tiny shots. Tiny Gunther. Gunther shots. No reason not to. I guess technically the reason not to would be if we wanted to wait until the end of the floor to make sure we actually, the optimal play. Here, let's talk optimal play. So you're in my situation, and you thought you had a chance you're going to get hit a couple times. You should have waited until the end of the floor, after the dragon, because maybe you would lose red hearts, and therefore you'd be going into bullet hell, potentially with however much. Could you up to 2 less hits maximum than if you would have waited to do it after. Of course, that wouldn't happen like every time. Maybe you wouldn't get hit. See, like right there, if I get hit 2 times, if I get hit one more time on this whole floor, my play was suboptimal because there's red health in there too. But I'm not too worried about it for like a lot of reasons. I'm not too worried about it, but that's just because there are there's tips and tricks here. Subscribe daily videos and Gungeon and more. Bada bing, bada bow. Gotta do that plug. Gotta do that plug. Welcome to the channel if you're brand new. I put out all kinds of videos every single day. Roguelikes and more. If you like Enter the Gungeon and you want to find more games like it, do yourself a favor. Do a subscribe. I will show you the world of wonderful indie roguelikes. Whoop. Rogue and cheap and whoop on the PC and more. I don't know, man. I feel like that's a channel trailer in waiting. No, it's not. But yeah, no, roguelikes more every single day. I'll show you all kinds of fun ones. Do a subscribe. Plug is over. Boink. I feel like that's just snowballers makes your shots smaller before it makes them bigger, right? Yeah. It makes them smaller than normal for a little bit, and it looks like the way that's interacting with Ring of Triggers is oh no, they were getting bigger. They were getting bigger. Funny thing is we literally can't use supply drop. Like, it's just not possible. Hi, boss. What's I doing? What are you doing? Using your standard? Just to lull him into a false sense of security. Just to clown on him. I don't want that. Get out of here. So get out of here. Can't you see I don't want you here? Get out of here. Oh! I ate all your bullets. Boink. Go Team Gungeon indeed. We have so much money, I wish we could spend it on something. We probably can. Look at that, we did lose all those shields, so technically, yeah, we're going to the... We made a misplay then, in theory. Just wanted to point it out, just so people know, watching for hints and tips and tricks, know that you shouldn't have you shouldn't do what I did there. There's a better way to do it. And sometimes, like I always say, sometimes it's good to make those mistakes on the camera, because then I can explain things that I normally wouldn't think about having to explain. The man. See, that was a mistake. I shouldn't have been hit by the bullet. When you get hit by the bullet, you lose HP, which is suboptimal. Gunther gets stronger, you know. Here, let's take a moment. Let's talk about Gunther, because you know, he's a fun gun. Like I give him crap because he makes some runs kind of samey. In a way, that was bad. Oh no, it wasn't. It was genius. But he's great. Obviously, he's great because you get him for beating the game with Blessing of the Gun Run on, which is the sorceress mode. Pretty darn simple to do. You know, if you can beat the game normally, I feel like you can beat the game with that, especially if you're having issues with that, unlocking this gun. Put on the Blessing of the Gun Run, put on Rainbow mode, only pick passives, bada bing, bada bow, you are sailing. But gets stronger over time, starts relatively neutral to weak, or not neutral, he starts off with infinite ammo and better than your standard, but then as you clear more rooms, he gains more and more abilities, making him better and better. Honestly, at this point, we just need to... This is just like an all stats up effect. Well, not really, but... Whoa, I clicked out! I clicked out of the window! And it... Son of a gun. Wow. It's like basically like an all stats up. But yeah, Gunther, he gets stronger. He eventually gets the ability to bounce off walls, which he then trashes for the ability to home in and pierce, I think. Wait, pierce? He definitely bounces and then loses that ability. I think he pierces. Let me see. Yeah, he pierces. Pretty dang crazy. Pretty dang crazy. Very strong gun. But like I said, not one of the most damaging guns in the game. So, you know, if you're playing, just trying to play super optimally, and you have a gun that's really strong, like it does a lot of damage, like an RC rocket or something in your back pocket, use Gunther until you get to the boss, and then spam all the ammo out of your gun that actually does more damage. Don't be trapped into thinking that just because Gunther is OP, because he totally is, that he is the best tool for every single job. There's, you know, boss fights. Boss fights, you might have something better than him. The fact that he's OP mostly comes from the fact that he does a lot of damage at infinite ammo, making room clear completely trivial. Completely trivial. We're 30 minutes in here. Like, not even. We're not even 30 minutes in here. That's nuts. That's crazy. I'll admit I'm happy with how fast the run went because I am on a timer, but wow, this is even faster than I wanted. I feel like there's a lot that we could learn and teach by doing just rainbow mode and showing it some draft ideas, like explaining why I picked the items when I did and what I'm hoping for, to like what I'm hoping to see. I feel like that's where a lot of I try to help and share my thoughts on items, trying to help people figure out when to am I gonna die today? Like, I'm seriously just not playing the game. Like, as soon as I pick up Gunther, I just stop playing the game. It's Rito's Law. It's Rito's Law. Absolutely. But what I was getting at, yeah, I feel like there's a lot you can teach and learn and think about just by picking your item through rainbow mode. It makes you think about the items in a different way, like what would I think about if I had to worry about ammo economy, everything like that. Because normally, like, I give all the hints and tricks and my value on a bunch of items. In a normal run, the amount of times you get to pick and choose between an item and another one is minimal. It's present, because it might be like, should I buy this? Should I buy that? Is this worth the money? Is that worth the money? Like, if I get this, should I buy that? Everything. There's all kinds of different ways where it does show up in a normal run. But obviously in Rainbow mode, you literally have to weigh the options of things on the fly. I don't know if I picked like the strongest possible build out of the stuff that we were given, but I definitely built one that I knew was gonna win, obviously, like for sure. Which is, you know, I guess what makes a run good, if not its percentage chance to be a win. I'm not talking fun. I'm talking like strong. You know, like clone itself isn't much of an item. It's super strong because if you die, you get a whole bunch of other items, you know? But that doesn't mean that clone isn't OP. Just because the strength will come from the other items. Clone, it's sometimes things are like how much they make another item shine is really important. Like, obviously, we picked up Ring of Triggers. Ring of Triggers is literally useless if you don't have a spacebar item. That doesn't make it useless as an item. But that does, you know, it super improved the value proposition of the Resourceful Rat Sack for me. Completely. It took it from an item that I wouldn't have considered to pick up to an, I wouldn't say a must pick up, because quite frankly, Ring of Triggers is just a fun item to use for me. It can be OP if in the right situation. I wouldn't say it's OP today. But if I didn't have Ring of Triggers, I obviously wouldn't have picked up the Resourceful Rat Sack. Like, no duh. It just looks like we're super close to death because I sold my spacebar, or I sold my, I didn't sell my spacebar. I sold my, one of my master rounds. I'm doing this so we can pick up stuff for our Resourceful Rat Sack, which we need to do so that we can do our spacebar. So always want to make sure we have some bullets with this situation. But yeah, this wouldn't look anywhere near close to death if we had 10 heart containers or whatever. Because then we'd have 9 out of 10. It's strictly, it looks really bad because we got keyboard screwed over on the cannonball rod. Was it cannonball rod? Second floor. And then we also goofed ourselves on the trigger twins. So if you lose some master rounds, it looks like you're doing really bad. But it truly is not. I'm not really in much more peril than any other. Oh my god, the lag though. In much more peril than any other run. In fact, I would argue I'm in much less because I have Gunther. Alright. Stand back. Thread the needle. Oh my god. You dirty dog. That wombo combo could have been really bad though. Alright, staying as far away as possible. We have snowballets. That does actually make this harder to dodge though. By quite a bit. There we go. And he's done. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you beat the Gungeon. There. We got the title of the series out on the floor. Enter the Gungeon. Well, let's pop on back. We should have some fun stuff to unlock. Boy, oh freaking boy. Enter the Gungeon. All right. Here we go. Here we are. I wonder what we're going to get. Killed by nobody. You did great. Thank you, Papa. 30, 35. It's one of those ones where it might look like a loss, and I like that. The Gunner is so much better than the Tetrominator, and I don't even consider the Gunner to be amazing. You get the Gunner with Holy Grail, it's really good, but Tetrominator is just not good, unfortunately. But that is going to do it for today. If you are not subscribed, what are you doing? Subscribe to the channel. Roguelikes and more every single day. A lot of Gungeon content, a lot of fun other stuff that if you like Gungeon, you're going to like it. Check out my other series, highly recommended Hades. If you like Enter the Gungeon, which you probably do, you sat through 35 minutes, 36 minutes. Let me tell you, you probably think it's okay. Go check out the Hades series. It's not too far in yet at this point, so you can catch up before it gets too late. You can check out Undermine. If you like game breaking in roguelikes, you will love Undermine. If you like high octane, crazy combos, you are gonna like Hades. Go check those out. Thank you for watching. Thank you. Extra special thank you to Ounsu and Throwbo for supporting on Patreon at the Go Team Gungeon tier. Thank you. See you next time. Bye.